Okay, beautiful people. Hope you guys are doing well. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching from. I am filming from the Netherlands. I actually came for workout. You can see my equipment with me, right? So, somebody was asking me because I did a video few days back where I talked about you can actually move to Bulgaria if you have like 2.7 million, 2.8 million CFA francs or 3 million CFA francs, and somebody reached out to me and said, I was asking, there were so many questions this person was asking. So I want to clarify all these things today. Please, if you are watching this video, remember that I have some of the longer versions of this video on my YouTube channel. So please, I expect you to go to the channel and listen to the detailed videos. If you watch my videos and listen to them, then do exactly what I say and also do some background search. You will definitely immigrate to Europe this year. Okay, so those who are asking about Romania, Romania is about to open up. Belgium is still open. Netherlands is still open. Poland is starting now. Poland has opened their schools. Czech Republic is still open. Slovakia is still open. Like I said, Sweden is closed. Finland is closed. For Finland, you can have a rolling application. You can also have separate application, but the joint application is closed already. As a matter of fact, I have some people who actually got invites to apply for to sit for the entrance exam for Finland. Austria is also open. Malta is also open. So many countries. Now you need to understand something when this moving abroad stuff is concerned. You need to know that procedure varies from country to country. Okay, and if you must move to any country in Europe, especially those of you who says you want to move with your families, you need to consider budget. Budget is very important if you must migrate with your family. First of all, if you are migrating alone or with family, you need to ask these basic questions. The first question is, ask yourself, this country that I want to move to it, what is my prospect? What am I going to this country? Am I going because I want to make money only? Am I going because I want to get permanent residency? Am I going because I want to get citizenship? Ask yourself, am I going because I intend to stay back here and open, like maybe start my family? These are some questions you should ask yourself. Then the next question you should ask yourself is, now, since I have this country, drop like two, three, like one, two, three, or four countries that you think are good for you. Okay, do some research, listen to my videos. Then, after dropping the list of these countries, ask yourself, do I have the budget to go to this country? Does this country need proof of funds? And if yes, of course, every country needs proof of funds. If yes, how much is their bank statement? How is their proof of funds like? And again, after you've known the proof of funds, are they doing blocked account? Can I use bank statement? Can I sponsor myself? Can the money be in my own account? Or I need to, or I can get a sponsor? Can my father, my mother, my brother sponsor me? These are certain questions you should ask yourself. Before I forget, if you think you don't have the time to do all this research, then you can book a call with me. We talk about this and I advise you based on your circumstance. Details in the video description box. After asking these questions now, you already know where you want to go. You already know the budget. Let's say if you want to move to Canada, you need to also ask yourself, what are the new laws in Canada? So many laws are changing in Canada. Canada is prioritizing people in Canada to give them permanent residency. Canada also says that if you apply for certain programs and study them, you cannot get a post-graduation work permit and later on PR. You understand? And also, there are some colleges, if you apply in them, you cannot get that the letter, how are they calling it? I'm forgetting the name. There is a certain letter you need to get from the Canadian officials through your school before you can apply for residence permit or student permit to Canada. You understand? Remember, you're applying for the student visa online on IRCC. Then when you get to Canada, you will now get the student permit. Okay, there is something most of you don't get. Student permit is a temporary residence permit, not permanent residence permit. Permanent residency means that you can live here for the rest of your life. Okay, but temporal resident means you are here temporarily. You came for school. That is what you should know. I'm saying this so at the end of the day, you shouldn't blame anybody, because I see so many people, they don't understand how this moving abroad thing works. Okay, now let's go back to the issue of Bulgaria. I just wanted you, now when you know where you want to go, you know your budget, ask yourself, okay, now can I move with family or I can move alone? Then if you have a family, you talk with your spouse or your husband or partner. Okay, talk about this. Then after that, you can now ask yourself, okay, now I have the budget, now I can move here with family or not. What next? You now go and start checking universities based on what you want to study, right? When you check the universities, and of course, you should know if the application is open, because you are going to see the dates, you are going to see requirements, you are going to see tuition fee, everything, if there is deposit needed before visa application or not. Then you launch your application. This is what basically moving abroad looks like. And if you understand these basic things, definitely you will be here. It took me about how many months to actually move to the Netherlands? Let me say I did my application in April, May, June, July, and I got my visa in August. Then I moved here September 10, right? So it's not like that in every country. Some countries take time, because for my application, I applied to some universities, then some rejected me, some gave me interview and later reject the application. Why this one took, I think, 3 weeks. My school took 3 weeks to give me an offer. Then I paid, then gave me deadline July, I think it was July 1st. Yeah, July 1st to pay. Then I paid on June 27th. Then on July 2nd, my school applied for my visa. To those who intend to move to Europe or Netherlands to be precise, you can check the details and see what I actually did. Check my YT platform to see everything I did, the money I spent, how I got my visa. I got it from Benin, Cotonou, and a lot of things. Okay, Netherlands will do proof of funds. This is a developed country, a very powerful country for that matter. There are so many things they don't take. So if you must come here, you have to be prepared financially. So it's very important that you know all these things before you start looking at anything. Now, when you already find the program, the next thing to do is to apply. Make sure you apply before the deadline. Then, I think after that, you wait for your offer letter. Make sure you put in one, two, three, or four different applications, because at the end of the day, if you put just one, you might not get an offer. What is this? You might not get an offer, and if you do not get an offer, you might be confused, right? And maybe you may feel depressed and something. I know so many people who are still getting rejections up till now, but I keep encouraging them to keep applying, drop applications, keep dropping applications, because it's only through this that is going to be favorable, it's going to be good for you. Of course, when you have even one, two, three, or even four admissions offers, you can then decide on which one to take. So this is what I think you should put into consideration. Please do not forget that things are changing. Proof of funds is changing in most countries now. Living cost is equally changing, and then it's going to be more tough for, especially for my people from Niger and other nationalities where their currency has lost a lot of value. I don't know how it's going to look like. I have some Nigerians who are also coming to the Netherlands soon. I have some doing their stuff already for Lithuania and Bulgaria. And for the process of Bulgaria, let's go back to it. I would like to say it again, that if you are applying for any school in Bulgaria, always remember this thing I'm going to say now. First thing first, okay, some schools will ask you to legalize your documents. Remember, from Ministry of Education to Foreign Affairs, it is authentication. Okay, like you want to make the documents look like they are real. The reason is because they know most of us, we use fake documents to move to Europe, and I cannot blame them, right? We can't blame them asking us to supply all these things. So you have to do that. Some schools will not ask you about all of this, but some schools in Bulgaria, when you apply to them, they will tell you that, okay, now you do not meet requirements. This is what you can do. For example, I have a student who applied for some schools. There are so many things I cannot drop here, right? There are so many things I like to keep private. So one thing, and then the university said, okay, you do not qualify for English proficiency because she never had IELTS. Not just one, two of them. And then the school now said, okay, this is what you need to do. Then After she did that, they now said, okay, you are qualified to study, but we still need some information. So they gave her some papers and the other guy to fill. I was the one who followed up this, and then they filled the information. And no, first they have to pay application fee and translation, I think recognition fee to the school. And when that is done, the school is going to be the one to do it, because the embassy, Bulgarian embassy in Nigeria, I don't know if they do it or not, but I advise them better give the money to the school, let the school do it. So you pay the application fee to the school does the stuff for you. But before the school will do this process, remember they send some documents for you to fill, to sign and everything, right? When you fill those documents, then you do the next thing, you authenticate those documents at the level of the ministry. You now send to them, they confirm if it's okay, then they will now tell you to send the documents to them, right? If it's okay now, when you send the documents to them, the school will now follow up with the translation, maybe recognition, everything, because you paid the money to them already. And when they finish with that, they are now going to give you an official admissions letter, then with your recognition letter from the Bulgarian authorities. Then if you paid for accommodation, which is good, you pay because you are new in Bulgaria, you don't know anything. You also pay for accommodation. Then they will now send you these three things I mentioned: your admissions letter, the recognition from the government, and your accommodation contract. Then you add the other things that I mentioned in my other video. Then you submit to the Bulgarian authorities. This is basically how it works if you really want to move to Bulgaria this year. Admissions are still open, so just do some background search. There are some videos I did about some schools. Check my videos. Okay, I'm not the one to give you these things, because I still see people, oh Milton, drop us videos. I am dropping them on YouTube. You guys don't want to watch. When I want buy me, so that is how it is. I also understand that there are things you don't know. I will keep trying my best. I'm just doing my best. So do your own part of the work, and hopefully we meet in Europe. Yeah, this is almost summer. You can see everywhere is bright, though it's still a bit cold, but let's see how it is. I might be visiting Bulgaria, I don't know, but let's see how it goes. So guys, basically this is what you need to know about this jackpot thing. For those who are thinking of migrating to Austria, please, it is not going to be easy, especially if your documents are not legalized. I cannot advise you to start doing anything Austria now if your documents are not legalized, because it takes time. Even right now, as I'm talking to you, there is a student whose visa was rejected for Switzerland because of one thing or the other. Again, apply for visas early, guys. Always apply for visa early. Give it like 3 months before you apply, right? Some embassies would not pardon you, and especially if your school has started already, don't apply because they might reject you. These are some of the things you need to know. So her documents are still hanging. That's why she chose Switzerland, and now the visa is rejected. So these are some of the things you need to know, but do not give up. Keep going. The journey is not going to be easy, I can assure you that. But the only thing you need to know is that it is always very difficult. I always tell you guys that I, for one, I did a lot of applications. I did about 13 applications in 7 different countries. And what did I get? I get five. I got five. Two in Canada, one in the Netherlands, one in Italy, I think one in which other country? I can't remember. Lithuania. Yeah. So this is what happens, but I choose the Netherlands because, of course, it is a more powerful economy. And let's see what the future holds. I am still studying, and most of you are still studying. Don't rush. I see many of you telling me, oh, Milton, if I enter Europe, can I drop the program? You are coming to Europe with a student visa, and immediately you drop the program and you don't go to school for the next semester to register, automatically you are out of the system. This is Europe. This is not Cameroon or Africa. Know this. And if you are illegal in Europe, guys, as a student, you might never work for your life. And if you are not careful, you might just get your life frustrated. Okay, don't be the cause of your own predicament. Follow due process. This money we are chasing doesn't run away. The most important thing is that you should stay alive, try the little you have, eat and save small, then build your own small whatsoever you are doing. Take care of the wood. So it's simple, slowly, slowly. You must not be Dangote or maybe the other rich people around the globe. No, please, don't rush things. Be calm and follow due procedure. This is how it's going to work. And sometimes you must not only work for people. Think out of the box and see if you can also start a business. And remember that while thinking of starting a business, you shouldn't start a business and employ people who are going to run away with your money. This is something my friend is going through now, and I advise him, he never listen. When you trust people, especially with your money, it's a whole lot of issues, guys. Don't do that. Even if you have to trust people, please take a look and study them. You can trap them little, then you know who is genuine. Because some people, as soon as they see small money like this, boom, they are out. So, guys, please, this is what I can say, and I hope this helps you.